How's it going, guys? So it's been a little while since I put a video out. Haven't really had anything to put a video out on, except for this. Except for this damn thing. A lot of you guys asking in the comments, Nathan, where have you been? And all this other stuff. Well, I've been live streaming. We live stream once a week now. And I think we're going to change that to Saturday. So every day it's Saturday. We'll do 6 or 7 p.m. Central on that. I'll put notifications out this week. Anyhow, back to the E60, which is the real train wreck at hand. This thing, let me tell you what. Let me tell you just a recap of what the issue is. So we try to flash it to accept the three-stage intake, which is on it right now. Okay? That didn't end up well. What we end up doing was locking out the transmission, and it flipped on the EWS, which is the security, and locked the transmission out. So, and it's not the other Nathan's fault that we had clone it or that we had put the tune on it, because we all kind of didn't really know what was going to happen. It was an experimental situation. It was worth it to me to throw some money at, try to figure it out for you guys and for the channel. And it blew up my face, cost a bunch of money, and this thing's still broken. What we have to do today is we have to take the transmission ECU, the EGS Mechatronics module out of the transmission. Take that out, the CAS out, which I don't take 2 seconds to take that out, and the ECU out, which I was smart enough not to put all the bolts back in because I didn't know if it was going to work. And we got to send the key off. We have to get them all mashed together so it could be flashed on the bench to turn that off. This isn't that big of a deal. There's a couple things going on with it. I wanted to change the fluid anyway, right? So that's not an issue. I have a new transmission pan up there on the shelf for it. I have the fluid here for it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that module off without taking the whole valve body down. If I have to take the whole valve body down, I'm going to have to get new Mechatronic sleeves for it. That's not a big deal. I just need to make sure they're here before I need to put it back together. So we'll do a video on that. Why did this do this? That's the whole reason. I'm going to put you guys up here on this so I'm not freaking jerking all around. Why did it do this? It all goes along with the same issue that we had in the past of BMW trying to make this car unserviceable to the user. So you have to bring it back to the dealer. You know, the dealerships, that carries the dealership. Those service centers carry the dealership money-wise. The sales do not. A lot of people don't know that about a dealership. That's always like that with any dealership. So people like me and Dean are always fighting that situation, trying to keep it out of the stealership, as we call it, and so on. So they put the EWS on this transmission module, on the gear shift, on the engine ECU, on the CAS. I think even the light module has things to do with that. There's no reason for that. Is BMW scamming you when they do that? Yes, they are. I'm going to say it right now. They are. The problem is now almost all the big manufacturers do this. Okay? You know, Ford and Chevy just started doing this. They were just later to the game. Mercedes started this back about when BMW started this in 06, 07. They really, when they started having the CAS module instead of the EWS only, that's when they really put the screws to it and really try to keep everything out. That's when they try to force you to use ISTA Plus. They try to force you to use all the software you can't get. That's why in past videos I said, look, if you have a 06 or newer BMW, you must have ISTA Plus, or we call it ISTA D. It's actually called ISTA Plus, to own one of these cars. If you don't, at some point in time, it will get you, and your ass will be at the dealer, and it's going to be bad news. You know, that's just the way it is. I don't know what else to say about it. That's the sad fact about it. Is BMW going to change this? Hell no, they're not. They're going to get away with this as long as they get away with it. And that's really crappy. Really a bad deal. You know, a lot of people are telling me right now that are buying the brand new BMWs, the new X5, the new 7 Series, that the build quality is in the gutter. And we've all seen from the start of E60 on forward, the newer stuff, the build quality is slacking off and the price is going up. So they kind of have the post office syndrome. I say the same thing about USPS. They keep raising the price, but the quality of within customer service is falling off, but the price is going up and it's separating out. BMW, in my opinion, from what I've heard from other people, is the same exact way. We do see that a lot. That's just the hard facts about it. So I don't know. Unfortunately, it's not just BMW. Like I said, it's pretty much everybody now trying to lock you out of it. If you need the software to do this, you could buy it on my website, nathansbmwworkshop.com. It's on there temporarily. I don't know how long it'll be on there for. We've already talked about pulling it down just because it's kind of risky. And taking risk with YouTube these days is all chancy. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We'll see. Right now it's available. Right now you get it and you can have everything the dealership does, basically. And it actually works, unlike the eBay stuff. eBay stuff doesn't work. Don't go buy that. That's pretty much it. Just a quick update. I'll show you the E39. Hold on. Here's the E39. I actually went through, cleaned everything, spray waxed everything. It turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. But I mean, well, it's also locked. It's not bad. The wheels turned out good. We put a little tire shine on there, Meguiar's hot shine. You know, I had some water spots on it that just would not come off of the paint. And what I did, I ended up taking vinegar. Actually, you can see where I wiped even on the windows. Took some vinegar and wiped it off, and it wipes water spots right off. A lot of people don't know that. And then went through and spray waxed the whole thing. Got a few little things to tend to. You know, pop that back and it just popped out a little bit. The car runs and drives really freaking nice. I went ahead and put license on this thing and insurance on it. You know, in a past life when I was younger, I would just drive it around. I would throw another plate on, drive it around. I wouldn't give two rat's asses about it. If I get pulled over, I'd talk my way out of it. In my old man decrepit age, I just don't care to do that anymore. It's too risky. There's too many cops out there who are just itching to write a ticket for anything at all. So I didn't want to chance it. I have a lot of good stuff going on right now. I don't want to get a big giant ticket and who knows. So we made it, we then did it all legal. Everything's good to go on it. So I could drive it. As soon as this damn E60 runs, I want to do the drag race. From the E39 530 to the 528 Xi E60. Should be interesting. That'll be coming up. This car, I hope like hell, is going to be running later on this week. You know, it's Sunday, Easter Sunday today. I hope by Friday this thing is up and driving. I need to do the same thing with this thing, clean it up, do the paint, do the spray wax, get it up to par. Both cars are done. We have X3 coming in. Hopefully, I'm just waiting back for the text to say yes. They're going to pick up the X3. Hopefully from Shannon. We'll see how all that plays out. So we'll be able to do some videos on the E83 again. And I'm looking every day for cars on Craigslist, on Copart. We need to buy something else for the channel, maybe a Z4. Everybody keeps barking at me to buy a Z4, but we'll see what the deal is. That's it, guys. Just a quick update. We might do a separate video on this Mechatronic deal. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.